I'm just going to creep out of the way here. Whee! It's not a green screen. We're in Selje. So tomorrow's a travel day, and we think we might still be in transit. Oh, I got to look over there though. We might still be in transit when we leave at this time tomorrow. So we thought it would be better to look how pretty ocean. So we thought it'd be better to go on YouTube today. While we knew. Here, Karl, you can have a microphone. Karl's back. Have you missed him?
Hello.
So did you have a nice stay in Selje, Karl? Kept busy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is, where am I looking? North, south, east, west?
West.
This is west, so next stop England?
Shetland, maybe.
Yeah. So we're in Selje, Norway. Selje, Norway is about where, Karl? We have been here before several times because this is your hometown.
It's as far west as you get on mainland Norway, pretty much.
Yeah. There's a net that says, hi, Karen and Karl. And there's Nikki's here, Audra's here. Nikki found us, oh, that's good. I was worried because it was in the middle of the night when we decided, well, maybe she would have been going to bed around that time. She's in New Zealand, you see. And then Audra's been like logged on from the first minute going, how in the hell, is there something wrong with you? Are you feeling well? You're posting early. And I said, I have to post early when we're going to go on a different day. Anyway, and Alberts couldn't be here. He has to work from now until 7, he said. So Ashley is here as well. She's super hot in Kansas and steamy today. It's been off and on raining here in Selje. Now this is Karl's beautiful view that he grew up with on his deck. And I can bring out some needle binding. Oof, your smoke is going straight in my face.
There's a lot more houses now than when I grew up.
Okay, explain. We're looking down.
You see the yellow house at the end there with carport?
Yep.
There was basically nothing behind it.
Oh.
Everything behind it is new.
Including that little island over there? It looks like an island, but it's not actually, it's a peninsula?
It's a peninsula and it's on the other side. So,
yeah. Oh yeah, there's like a waterway that goes behind that brown building.
Yeah.
The trees just behind the brown, yeah. And now which direction are we looking? If we were looking west?
Now we're looking south.
Now we're looking south. And you can see the tooth today. What you call, wasn't that, you guys had told me that you called it like a shark's tooth or something? It's a clear day, you can see that, but it looks like a little tooth sticking out.
Yeah, I would say it looks more like a shark's fin, but
yeah.
It's a weather sign. When you can see that the weather is nice and it's going to stay nice for a while.
Yeah. And then, oh, Heidi's here. See, it's really shaky when it zooms like that. It's actually raining over there. I can see it in the clouds. But that was the rain that was here not too long ago, I'm assuming. No, it's blowing the other way. I can tell because your cigarette smoke keeps hitting me in the face. So now we're looking. Where?
That would be east.
That would be east. You're so smart, Karl. And the sun is still shining over there. And, well, north isn't too exciting right now. No, we have to go on the other side there, but there's a house there too. You have like some massively huge seagulls. You want to try to feed some?
That probably won't show up when we are here.
No, because it's right there. So I could like reach out and touch it and that'll scare them away. But if he puts dog food in there, then we get them. You're on Karl's deck, yeah. Well, the deck that in the house Karl grew up in. So how old is this house?
I would say it was probably built around 80.
Birds.
If I'm to take a wild stab in the north, maybe very late 70s.
Oh yeah, okay, so this isn't your first home then. Did your father build this home?
No.
No.
And
apple tree.
He's done a lot of maintenance on it.
Pear?
And he would absolutely love to have an opportunity to have a long talk with the people who originally built it, ideally with a crowbar in each hand.
There's a story there. You want to talk through, not for kids. New Zealand, deck sounds like a body part. It's definitely not a dick. Karl, I'm proud of you. Do you want to see, so I was built before Karl was, well, Karl was built in 1975. gonna turn 30 this year. Or no,
30.
no, 50. Carl's gonna turn 50. You want to explain your haircut? Go ahead, give us a spin. We've never seen your hair this short before on
It's
YouTube.
hair and it's cut.
It got snagged, so we had to loosen it, and unfortunately that involved rather short in one spot, so we had to even it out. So there you go. Karl is now looking like a 90s boy band singer. You could stand up in a chair and say, yeah, oh, Captain, my Captain.
I could, but why would I?
Because you kind of look like the same hair of, I think that guy's on ER now. Anyway. Karl, sir. But yes, and he's not Viking today. It's a momentous occasion, but you will be Viking probably next week, though. Robert is arriving to Gudvangen today, so he's probably not in chat, but given Kurt Cobain. That's right.
I don't think I share his taste in shotguns.
Oh my God, you're a horrible person. You're gonna die. Okay, so your father built this thing for strawberries.
Yep.
Yep. That seems to be working rather well. I think all the strawberries are eaten. Kurt wasn't bearded like Karl, Nikki corrects. Okay, so you're still on the good side there. Your father also built this contraption. Do you want to explain it? There was a war going on here. First he built the bird feeder.
Yeah, and the bird feeder on the inside of it, it
Come over here,
has
yeah.
two of these that go inside like that.
Tilt it a little bit so you can see what it is.
So when he takes off the
Yeah.
lid and fill bird seeds down, they kind of spread out on both levels. So as a bird feeder, it works pretty well. Unfortunately, it works so well that it's about to be a cat feeder, because the cat likes to stand on the railing there, and whenever a bird comes out of the thing, he just jumps and takes the bird.
This is the cat we're inheriting?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one on the thumbnail.
My father absolutely didn't like this, so he built a fence around it to prevent the cat from doing that. Then the seagulls started landing on top of it and doing the same thing, just bending down and napping birds when they're coming out of the bird feeder. So then he built a crown on top of it to prevent the seagulls from landing. So it's a little bit over-engineered, but it is a super safe and efficient bird feeder.
Prude is here as well, just popping to say, sorry, I'm visiting Viking friends for the weekend. Oh, that's okay, Prude. We have fun anyway, first off. But yeah, no, we're a day early because we just realized that we would probably still be in transportation or in transit somewhere between Voss and Gudvangen tomorrow at this time. So we didn't want to take the chance. Arlene is here. She's in Selkirk, Manitoba this time. 20 degrees with possibility of rain. Yeah, you probably got about the same weather we're having. The rain just kind of keeps flying in and out. So we will probably be rained on a couple times during this. Have you ever been up there?
No. That mountain is called Høgehornet.
Yeah?
The tall horn.
Yeah?
And it's... my sister is up there quite frequently.
You could build a house up there. It's flat, but nobody could get to it.
And my father accidentally caused a small avalanche up there when he was a kid.
Okay, tell me the story.
Back there, you have a place called the Runderheim. You have some houses along the road over there.
Am I looking in the right spot?
Well,
This way?
that's hard to aim, but it's
Your
there.
fingers are there.
There.
Okay, there, yeah?
And there is, it's not exactly a road, it's very steep, but you
Yeah.
can walk from the top of that and down to the houses down there.
Yeah.
And he is walking on the top of this thing that is very steep, and he rests his hand on a stone next to the path.
Yeah.
And then he feels the stone just moving. So he jumps aside and he sees a stone about as tall as him and very flat, just jumping down the path. And he's going, okay, there are houses down there. So all he could do was basically just stand there, look at the stone and cross his fingers that it didn't hit a house, and it went between two houses and into the sea.
Oh my God, did he get away with it? Or just crossed his fingers and hoped he got away with it?
And there was no cell phones back in the 50s.
No, so he won't know.
What was he supposed to do?
I don't know if you can see, there's a rainbow behind that tree, but I don't think you can. Let's see. Ta-da, there it is. It's a really big western. By the way, Osman is here. He says, waiting a long time for a video. Amazing view. Dreamland, dream view. Just love it. Amazing. Wish I could be there. Missing Norway. Karl, sir, and you. Aw. We miss you too, Osman. You have to come back. Osman is chiming in all the way from India. He had flooding recently, by the way, but he's okay. That's what's most important. Oh, yes, we have another one of your father's inventions we have to show off.
Oh.
The UFO in your yard, or the golf ball, whatever you want to call it. Let's see, we'll come around this way. Oh yeah, he's got a bunch of little inventions here we got to show off. And then we'll do some needle binding, which I unfortunately forgot to bring my yarn, so I have to make do with the wrong kind. All right. Why do you have a UFO in your yard?
Because with the help of this UFO, you can grow cucumbers up until Christmas.
Yeah, in Norway, in Selje.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how many degrees are we in latitude?
That I don't have clear in my head.
No. But farther north than Gudvangen, about a 4-hour drive north of
Yeah.
Gudvangen, yeah. As the fjord goes, and a couple of
But
ferries.
it's warmer but more windy here than it is in Gudvangen.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's a, yeah, so he decides to build a greenhouse, but he doesn't just do, yeah, it looks like Sputnik's grandpa, laugh out loud. It could be Sputnik's grandpa. But yeah, so he doesn't just build a greenhouse, he builds one of these. Okay, and then we have these things. This is kind of cool. It's a little messy here, but we'll get through it. This.
The fireplace?
The fireplace, but it's quite cool what it's made out of.
Yeah, it's made out of core samples from the mountain. It's from the building of the Stott Chips Tunnel. They needed to know what kind of stone was kind of deep in the mountains. So they used this circular cutter thing to make these very, very deep core samples. What they're actually worried about is the English, in Norwegian it's eklogit. In eklogite, I believe in English.
Yeah, I was going to say
but
that's that doesn't,
I'm not sure.
that's not a normally used word for me in my vocabulary.
It's a rare type of stone that you have around here that is extremely hard. It
But
has
it's, you
this
spelled
little...
ekologit as an E-C-O-G-L-I-T-T,
I don't remember.
which would probably be it in English instead of it.
But it has these little crystals in it. Red crystals, not rubies, but super hard.
There's the longitude and latitude, says Nikki. Yeah. Oh, and it's so cool, so it's outdoor. Yeah, no, I thought that was a really brilliant thing. So to show it off, but how to make that he made an oven with core samples. Love the seating area too. Yeah, that looks a little bit better in this season. But there is another upside down item here, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that was, it's the table. It was the last project he was working on.
Yeah.
So
It's upside down, obviously, but
yeah, all that is left is to kind of screw the legs on.
but the top of that is varnished, actually.
Yeah, it's just a slice of wood from a big tree that he has varnished and polished.
The fireplace is amazing, says Anne. Yeah, no, I agree, absolutely. The other thing is, okay, so yes, it is got a little bit of mess here, but look at those pine needles. We don't have this kind of tree in Gudvangen, but they're really long pines. You can make baskets with those. I kind of want to do that. You like feed all those long needles through a straw, and then the straw kind of holds everything in place anyway, and then you wrap a string or maybe even buttonhole stitch around it. It's this tree over here, these really long pines. But we don't have that. We have like short spruce or balsam, I think. Oh no, it's over here too, actually. Let's see if I zoom out so we don't get sick. This one. So if I had a lot of time on my hand, I would take some of those with me. Those little pine needles, but you'd need quite a bit, I think. But I've seen them all over Pinterest. I want to do it. But they get even longer. I know the ones in the Minneapolis area got much longer, but the ones we have in Gudvangen are unfortunately like about that short. Anyway, we can needle bind a little bit. Karl's got beer, so he's got to go and get it. He hasn't had beer on YouTube in a while, so it's about time.
Where is it?
The beer's on the counter in the kitchen, and you are wearing a microphone.
Yeah.
Just to remind you. Okay, so we have this wonderful space for me to work at. Yes, I can actually see chat today. I have a computer with me. It's a little low. So the idea was to try, well, continuing with the M1 connection, and the idea was to try it with York stitch, but then I forgot to, I didn't bring yarn with me for that. We're actually staying a day longer than I was intending. So I have a little needle binding project with me, but I decided to see, then we go down to the store just before this, and what do? We walk all the way down, we walk halfway back, and we realized we forgot to pick up yarn. So I thought maybe I'll try this yarn that I was using on the hat, but it's too thin to do thumb tensioned York. Can you see the effect there? That the you can't see it at all, really. It's too lacy. It's kind of a cool lace, though, if you want to make a doily. But no, so this isn't going to work. This is actually the right side, this way. So, but that's with the M1 top-down twisting. I know, I love that blue. It's amazing. So the blue, that was this one here that we were talking about last week, this teal kind of blue. Okay, Karl, which one are you gonna try the one that's probably not gonna be very good first? Let's see.
Yeah.
Ah, Nikki says my friends had made baskets with pine needles. It was really pretty. It was pretty cool. They look so cool anyway. I just have to try it. So this one that Karl has here is called the Big Wave Golden Ale. So I thought this looked YouTube appropriate, and it's from Kona, Hawaii. I've been to Kona, Hawaii. They have really good coffee in Kona, Hawaii, but I did not peg them as somebody who would be making beer. Oh, I see we got rain coming up behind you there. So there's, you can see when it gets misty like that, that means it'll be here soon. It's like Gudvangen.
Aside from the universal rule that everything that has a cool label tastes bad, I don't have a reason
Hold
to
it really
distrust.
still, so I can zoom in on you, because you're holding it in the right direction, and then slowly twist it or turn it to the right. Other way. Sorry. There you go. Then we can see the can. It is Kona, Hawaii, though, yeah?
Yeah, they even have a small map of Hawaii on the backside, so I would think so.
Oh, there you go. So you can see which island is Kona. And the funny thing is that's exactly how you spell Kuna. And Kuna in Norwegian means wife. So you're drinking the big wife, the big golden wife. I don't know, but when I was thinking of golden wave, I was thinking of something completely different. Another different liquid.
Was they big into water sports on Hawaii?
Oh yeah, no, are you kidding me? Kawabunga, dude. There's like surfboards everywhere. It is looking very golden.
Oh, it smells so fruity. I can...
We did pick out 2 beers, though. The second beer has much more option. I think the rain, I can hear the rain on the trees, so we might have to slide under the roof a little bit.
Where were the plants you wanted to kill?
You want to kill some plants? Well, it's raining now, so let's see. You can see on the ground there. It's starting to rain, so I'm going to climb up on this thing a little bit. We can watch Karl try not to spit out his beer.
This is not good. It's it has this perfume taste that I really can't stand.
So what's the percentage of that thing?
4.4.
Yeah, so it's not really something you need to hang on to then. No, we bought it at a grocery store, so it has to be regular. Oh, it looks like the rain might have just stopped, so maybe we got lucky. Okay, anyway, I'm going to try a different... I found some more thicker yarn, but it's just brown, so it's not an optimal color. Is it hoppy, says Nikki. The beer. Not the plants, says Audra. Don't kill the plants.
No, it's not particularly hoppy. It has this...
That's my second favorite beer, says Lyra. Ashley, by the way. So you're totally not... I don't know if she agrees with you. What do you think it tastes like then, Nikki? Or then Ashley, I mean. Her second favorite beer. I've never seen it here before. Hawaii is like around the other, it's literally on the other side of the world from here.
Mm.
She says, it's fine, I know, laugh out loud, I'm basic. No, basic is good. Nikki said, we made a beer that was full of hops. The smell made me giggle with glee. I love hops, I can't drink many beers. Okay, so you're not allowed to kill the plants.
No,
but maybe you can find a nephew in there that will help you drink it.
I was thinking of the grass between the stones over there that you wanted to kill, and you were planning to use vinegar on it.
Why don't you have 2 nephews that are of age in the house. Why don't you go and ask them if they want to take it and get another beer, another glass? That would be the nice way to save the plants and make Audra a happy person.
Yeah.
Okay, you still have a... Microphone. Okay, ignore the beautiful, clean background and the umbrella.
I'm still wearing a microphone, so this might be on YouTube, but
Camera
does anybody want some
over
very
this way.
flowery bear I don't like?
So if you remember a York stitch, it's actually an easy stitch. This is still a little too thin in my opinion. Maybe I double it. Yeah, maybe I double it. If I double it with this blue, that might show up a little bit more. Because if I wanted a thumb tension, thinking that the M1 connection would be much more dense, but it was still super loose. So, or maybe we just do a tube instead of a round start, because all the increases in the beginning make it loose. Did you find a victim?
I gave it to my sister. She immediately gave it off to her son.
Which son gets to be the guilty?
The one that drinks alcohol.
Oh yeah, Runa Tobias, the married one.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, we can try like this then. Yeah, it'll be cool together. Unfortunately, I need the blue to finish that hat, I think. So whatever I make is going to have to get ripped up. Let's see, I'll do it so it's somewhat the same length.
I need to go back to work so I can carry a knife around.
Have you tried Yuling yet? With a Y? I think we have. That one sounds familiar anyway.
I think he has mentioned it before, but I don't think we tried it.
Maybe not. We'll have to look for it.
This is from Albert, right?
No, that's from Ashley. I think Albert was the one that mentioned it as well, though. But I've heard that one before, but maybe we have to... Ah, Nikki finished her Oslo M1 placemat thing. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, I saw some pictures of it. It was looking really nice. I liked the way that stitch looked. It almost had like a crochet look, but it's not. Karl's struggling with the... Did you use a garden scissors to do that?
Yep.
Okay, and this is loam, but it's kind of interesting. Here, let me see the bottle. Hand me the bottle, and then you read the back. Let's see. Loam, spelled L-O-M-B, is, I don't know why they spell it that way, old, but if you notice that underneath it, it says L-O-M, and then Briggery is brewery,
Yeah.
because it's from Loam, L-O-M, which is a nice stave
But
church
that's
there, by
the
the way.
old way of spelling lom.
Yeah, and this one is 4.7, so pretty much one of the strongest you can get in that grocery store. Durl, does that mean anything particular?
A person that lives in a valley.
Oops, sorry, like that. Okay, and it says Bridgem på malt av Big Fra Tjock.
So somebody from the Gudbrandsdal area would be called a Gudbrandøl.
Okay, and because you're the Norwegian and you read this dialect better than I do, go ahead and read the back, and then you can translate it after. Let the people who understand Norwegian test their skills while I start.
Døl er brygga på malt av bygg dyrka i Skjåk. Her er det liten nedbør, og bøndene kan kontrollere når åkeren får vann. Det gir kornet ekstra god kvalitet. Gjeve vår Herre oss sol, så skal vi sjølve skaffe hvete. Bla, bla, bla.
Yeah.
Døl is brewed on malt grown in the village of Skjåk. Here is so little rain that the farmers control the amount of water. This makes the grain have extra good quality. If God gives us sun, we will ourselves arrange for water, have they always said.
They've always said. We actually went to Skjåk. We drove through there, stopped and got gas on the way from from Oslo to Selje, because we don't usually drive that way. And I remember my kids getting super excited because some TikTok kid was from Skjåk, and you know, like 2 people live there, so the TikTok kid was obviously one of them. But they wanted to take a picture of themselves eating Skittles. This meant a lot to them. But Skjåk is spelled S-J-A with a circle over it, K-K, if I remember correctly. That has a nice color to
I
it.
think it's just 1K, but yeah, just 1K.
Just 1K, S-J-A
Last
with
word, top line.
Yeah. See if I can get that into view there. Last word, top line, he says. There. Okay, so it smells much better.
This is better, but it kind of gives me this homemade association.
It has a bit of a, oh, there comes the rain again. It has a bit of a semi-muddy, a dirty look to it.
This tastes like something you buy out of the van of a hillbilly, not something you buy in a store.
Would that hillbilly live near a stave church and geology museum in Lom?
Yeah, maybe.
But is it good? You're not sharing?
It's not horrible.
Okay, so it's too early to spin, says Nikki.
You get a good impression
The
of what
kitchen is so far, says Anne Moreau. And Sergio and Najwa are here. We're not in Gudvangen today. We are raining in Selje.
Yeah, and you
You can
get a
see the
good
ground is
idea
even
about
getting
what
more
the
wet.
weather is like around here. So far this Sunday we have had sun, rain, rain.
Yep. And it looks like it's going to be rainy for a bit longer if you look over that way. That's the way the wind is coming from. When those mountains become clear, then we know the end is near. For the rain, that is. The end of the rain is near. Okay, I've been doing F1. Or not F1, I have been doing, let's see, trying to do this. Oslo. Or no, not Oslo, I'm using York. So first loop, first loop, second loop, and then you go towards you under both. But I still think this is too thin for thumb tension. It's a little bit better, but I don't know how, we'll see how this works. I haven't decided if this will be a round start or not, or a tube, but I think it might just be a tube because I'm going to unpick it. And also because when I do the increases, it makes it opens up the connections, and so it ends up looking, let's see if I have to move here, ends up looking really loose. But if I want to do a tube start, then I need some more. So York was, I think, the stitch of the month not too long ago. I want to say it was not last month, but month before, or something like that. It is a nice beginner stitch if you can handle the twist. Oh my God, it's raining sideways. Karl's staying dry over there. But you can see the trees have started to blow a bit. Oh, sure, they're not doing it now, but they were.
Well, that was a thing I kind of had to get used to. First in Sogndal and then again in Gudvangen.
It's raining harder now. Damn it, this is hard. My ass is not under the roof. I just want you to know.
No, before I started in Sogndal, I'd never seen rain coming straight down.
No, this is not straight down. It's sideways. It's blowing towards me, but that's why. It's not on the computer yet, so I don't need to take out the umbrella. Oh, wait, are we talking about the simple looping? Oh, it was Christmas time. No, this is York is, oh, Jesus, I'm getting wet. Okay, let's try this again.
You want to move inside?
Nah, not quite yet. It depends on how long this keeps up. It was nice view outside, so I just need to, like, move under the thing a bit more here. There, I think we're okay. Your glass is getting some water on it, but I do have the umbrella we can pop out if need be. It's okay. We're not leaving till like 5 o'clock in the morning, so I don't have to be dry until then. Okay. Now, but York is when you have the N2. This is your first loop. It's hard to see with the double thread, but this would be the first loop. This would be the second loop. Third loop, and so forth. I'll take your microphone. We don't want to take that with to the toilet. Hello from Gudvangen. Robert made it. How do you like it? Did you find your house okay, Robert? Sorry we couldn't be there, but we will be in about 2 days. But there should be some around there. Eirik, for example, can help you. Let's see. Georg, if he is still around right now, he might be. Uh-oh. Well, ... Well, you got at least, as long as you, well, if you made it in the doorway, which, by the way, I'm not giving you the code. You have the code already. But if you can make it in the doorway to the building, you can get to the area with a modern kitchen. We have dishes and everything in there. Dishwasher, refrigerator, all that stuff. And you can even wash clothes if you need to already. Depends on how exciting your journey was. The grocery store that is sharing the lot with us, I think, closes at 10. But tomorrow it'll close at about 6. So keep that in mind. Okay. So at least you can get yourself some food. And if you need Wi-Fi, the password is Odin1234, and it's in the diner, not in the building that you're in, but at the diner on the other end of it. That's free to everyone, so I have no problem sharing that. It's for all the visitors to Gudvangen, to the village. Okay, so you can either, if you take the thumb off, then you need to identify your second loop and go this way through it. And then you go under the thumb loop and under there. This is York. Another way to do it, but it's a little tricky with this 2-color thing. If you can keep track of your loops that your new is under the old, then you can just go under everything and just pop one off then. Oops, it's stuck on the... Okay, I think I have enough to try to connect. But the reason why York is... It's an easy stitch, but it's not the most beginner-friendly in some ways, is because it twists like mad. You have to untwist it. No, it looks like heavy rain over there still, so it might be a while. But at least you got to see the view at the beginning. So if you missed it, you have to rewind and see it afterwards. The view from over, this is Karl's or childhood house. Okay, so if I connect here, this is a funny thing too. There's like a top and a bottom. So this is what I'm going to call the middle loop. These ones that are going at the bottom here, because this is normally where I would connect. So, and then I'm going to, for the fun of it, skip the first one. Normally I think I would have tried to do this end one, but I'm going to skip it because I'm going to pick this out later. So if I take this bottom loop and go pretty much left to right, or which is what I'm calling top down, and then finish the stitch. This is what we'll do to see what happens. So it's the closest I can get to middle loop, top down. But okay, so then I went in that one, I think. Yeah, it's twisting. I have to keep yelling at it so it doesn't twist. There. Then this would be my next one. And go under both. This is just for experimental purposes. No yarn is injured during the making of this project. Maybe some pride though. Oh man, I can see this is going to keep twisting. I'm going to have to keep untwisting it. Keep correcting it. And then it'll probably be easier after the second row. But single color yarn, a little bit fatter than this would be probably a perfect one to try it with, because then you can do thumb tensioning instead of, is that right? Let's see. Thumb tensioning instead of needle tensioning, or something that you might normally do with your thumb tensioning would be easier at first. Okay, so this is really tricky though to untwist it every time. See, I have to kind of remember what it looked like. There. I might have twisted it on accident once. I'm intrigued by the Norwegian diner. It says, Netta, for those of us who haven't been, what type of food do they serve? Oh, I have to get Karl out here and I can show you. But there's actually the diner. I think it's called the Viking Diner. It used to be called Viking Crew, which means the same thing. But anyway, it's owned by the Fjordtel. They also own the Gudvangen Bakery. And they also own the Gudvangen Fjordtel restaurant, and they also own the seafood shop. The bakery and the seafood restaurant are only seasonal. Actually, we still have to go and eat at the restaurant at the seafood restaurant before it closes this season. But the diner, that's just going to be burger food. So not too much of a stretch for Americans in that regard. The seafood, we'll get Karl to talk about that one when he's back. I have really no idea what this is doing. This is a fun experiment, or if it's even going to show up. But we're doing with the yarn we have. But if you go to the Fjordtel, you'll get more stews. Oh, we also have the Viking, the cafe, the little cafe in the village that's only open in the summers too. But the cafe in the village will stick to as much of what Vikings had available. So fish, barley. There's usually a barley salad. You can get a stew there as well, but the stew will not have potatoes in it. It will have, because potatoes weren't in the Viking Age, it'll have something like celery root or turnips, which directly translates to cabbage root, so I believe it's a Swede, which is a profanity in Norway, calling things Swede. Not really. What else do we have in there? Well, lamb, of course, lots of lamb sausages and things. There's a vegetable soup, which is really good for those who are vegetarian. Carl? Oh yeah, and then of course if you really want to get into your carnivore side, we have like pig on a spit, but that one, it's a pretty tall order because that takes all day to make. Carl, what kind of food here, I'll give you your microphone back. Haha, you have to go in the rain just a little bit. Yeah, the seafood restaurant that we haven't eaten at yet. What kind of dishes do they have there?
The seafood restaurant, we haven't eaten at yet.
Yeah, we haven't eaten at this season yet in Gudvangen.
Seafood, of course.
Nah, but I mean, do you remember what some of the dishes were? I mean, obviously there was blåskjell, which is what? Blue oysters
And
with butter. That was really good, and garlic.
I don't think they're called blue oysters because they're not oysters. They are something else.
Well, directly translates to blue shell.
Yeah. No,
See, maybe
I have all
it's
sorts
making
of
it big.
things. Little fish, but mostly shellfish and shells and that sort of thing.
I think I missed
Shrimp.
my...
Lobster,
Oh yeah, the lobster's really good. That's expensive too.
crayfish.
Crayfish, yeah. Shrimp. What are they?
Crayfish, you can actually fish in Gudvangen.
Yeah. It's how far down are the crayfish? Because obviously it goes quite
I
far.
would say 60 meters plus.
Okay, this is not a good week to demonstrate to demonstrate York M1 from left to right. But it's kind of getting there. It's getting a little easier now that I just finished my first row. So then it's still possible to connect it and twist it while connecting it on the second row. So you have to double check. But this color is doing my head in.
This is kind of based on memory, but if I understand correctly, you have crabs everywhere.
It's like that.
Basically from the extreme shallows to deep water. But if you fish for them in more shallow water than 15 meters, nobody believes that you're actually going for the crabs because that's where the lobsters lives.
Yeah.
Lives.
Let's try
So I
this
think you are obligated to put your crab traps at deeper water than 15 meters.
Yeah. I think I can get one more stitch out of it. At the diner, they will have. What's the difference between the burgers at the diner and burgers that you've had when you were in the United States? Is it just the different kind of cheese, or it's pretty much the same thing?
Are you trying to get me to insult the diner, or
No,
is
no,
the,
no, no, no. They were asking what kind of food, but I was trying to say, well, it's burgers. But
the Americans one are cheaper and better,
yeah, maybe.
as a general rule?
No, well, because we know burgers in the United States. No, I was kind of trying to think. I mean, it's because it's. It's pretty much the same thing you can find on the plate in the United States. Either potatoes or fries or mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes, boiled potatoes, or French fries. Vegetables and a burger, but the burger, they have different, they have a themed name on it, so there's like the Odin burger, Frey burger, Njord. What's available for a Norwegian diner breakfast? That's a good question. I would say it depends if you're having a cold board or hot breakfast. Because if you go to a hotel here, you're going to get the same British breakfast, full English breakfast that you can get at pretty much any hotel. But the buffets, if you have that, where they have the egg and the bacon, and the scrambled eggs are very watery, of course, and it tastes very powdery. But that's...
we don't really have had a diner culture until maybe now, if we have one now.
Mostly you guys have cafe culture here, I would think, when I first came here.
But that's marzipan cakes and coffee.
Yeah, marzipan is a big one. Every cake you get here is most likely going to be marzipan. But then you have the cream cake, the blurtkake, which is basically cake soaked in cream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here's my middle ones, I believe. So these ones are what I'm picking out for my M1 connection, but I'm going to go... What I was thinking was top down, which is basically left to right because of the way they're stacking. Okay. But yeah, if you do Well, bagels are something you can only find recently in Norway. They didn't have those before. I almost have a hard time finding those, and you still have a hard time finding bagels. But salmon is not a hard problem, and it will usually be on loaf, white bread, kind of a thing. I did the crappiest not ever getting that to join. You guys eat a lot of yogurt for breakfast here, and fruit.
Hotels, yes.
No, not hotels, but I mean just everywhere. Like
I've
I grew
never-
up on cereal in the United States, and if we had the egg and bacon, that was usually like a brunch thing.
I've never seen the
Same thing
yogurt
with
for
pancake.
breakfast thing.
Really?
No.
Most people I see here are eating yogurt at breakfast time. These little to-go packages that have like some sort of an oatmeal on one side that you, or muesli or whatever that you dump over onto the yogurt, mix it
The
up.
typical thing, at least in this household, so to speak.
In your household?
Is a couple of sandwiches.
Yeah. The brødskive med pålegg. Brødskive is open-faced bread, and pålegg would be any type of thing you put on it. It could be Nugatti, it could be chocoladepålegg if you're a kid. It could be otherwise butter, cheese, ham,
Meat, mayonnaise.
or mayonnaise. Yeah, do you do mayonnaise over here?
Yeah.
Because almost everywhere I went to in the Oslo area, they were all using butter, and it was like,
You use both.
I actually prefer mayonnaise, but it was.
You use both.
But if you were to buy a baguette in the store, it would always be made with butter. Or if you ordered at a cafe, it would always be made with butter. So everywhere I've been to, but does Selje do mayonnaise, or another part of Norway does mayonnaise? Because I think it's better with mayonnaise.
I would say
What is lox? Lox is salmon.
normal people would use both. If you have meat, if you have some kind of meat on your bread,
Mayonnaise.
you have butter first. That's mandatory.
Yeah.
Then your meat, then some mayonnaise.
Yep, we love the way you say mayonnaise, by the way. Actually, I think you did properly say mayonnaise in the beginning, but then we got addicted to Holger, and he tells the story of the mayonnaise troll, and because he's German, he says mayonnaise troll. I think that story is on YouTube now, by the way. Let me check chat a little bit here, though, because I kind of got distracted. Let's see. Intrigued by Norwegian dinner. For those of us who haven't been, what type of food do they serve? So your typical Norwegian dinner. Now let's not talk about the diner dinner, but would I find my favorite diner food, cheeseburger and fries? Absolutely, you would find that here. We even found that in France, believe it or not, but the cheese tasted much better. It wasn't cheddar. I had loaded fries yesterday, regret my choice. I think loaded fries is something you can find here. That's relatively new to the United States before I left in '97. But it's French fries with a bunch of cheese and bacon on it, I think. Maybe.
I'm not familiar with the concept.
It's for people who go clubbing or out and drinking. The seafood is phenomenal. Oh yeah, no, I can't complain there. Salmon is something you can have on your open-faced sandwich for breakfast too, by the way. And that one you would have mayonnaise with. And maybe some lettuce or a cucumber or something. But that's what lox, she was saying what lox, if you think of lox and bagels. Lox, L-O-X is how they would spell it in the United States, but it's L-A-X here. But it's pronounced lox.
No, we don't spell it with an X.
L-A-K-S, sorry, you're right. I was so busy thinking about the A, I forgot the other one. L-A-K-S is how you spell lox, which is salmon, but it's pronounced just the same as L-O-X. Okay, let's see. But what do you guys mostly do for dinner? Well, your Christmas dinner is ribba, but we've done those if you go to the... this year we didn't get to do it too much, but every other Christmas year we started doing strange Norwegian Christmas food.
Typical home-cooked Norwegian food would be boiled potatoes,
Yep.
peeled, then some kind of meat and brown sauce.
Oh, yeah.
That's a very standard thing.
It's very Minnesota meal. Meat and
But-
potatoes
Uh,
and a brown sauce.
uh,
But you can sometimes put a little piece of brown cheese in your brown sauce, and it gives it a little caramely
we
hint.
also have like many different things you can do with fish, particularly around in this part of Norway.
Yeah? Blowshells is mussel. Yeah, you're right. Anne's right. Blowshell is mussel. Prawns is shrimp. Yeah. A diner breakfast, though, you could, well, most of the time, if you go to get a breakfast in Norway, somewhere it'll be like at a cafe. And that way you would have the open-faced sandwiches or baguettes that are already made. Or sometimes you could have egg salad sandwich, but it's just egg and mayonnaise.
No, but that's the same thing that cafe serves the whole day around.
Yeah, they
So
serve that all
if
time
you
around.
eat it for breakfast, it's because you want it for breakfast.
Yeah, so first you have to find a place that's open at breakfast time that doesn't belong to a hotel.
And the gas
If it's a
station,
diner, I mean, I'm not talking about a cafe kind of thing.
any gas station, any food court in the mall.
Yeah, but they're not open till like noon, 11. I'm talking about anything that's open at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Generally open as soon as the mall opens.
Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, you can definitely get egg and bacon on the menu. That's not a problem. With some toast. Let's see. But yes, you have, oh yeah, over at the Fjordtel, that's where the restaurant there, they have the big Viking chairs, Viking themed chairs. They have stew, which is made with reindeer meat. That's really good. It's a, I don't know what they call that stew, just stew. Reingryte for the reindeer stew. But yeah, reindeer, lots of salmon, lots of cod. Pretty much any meat. Steak. Yum. It's very Minnesotan. I guess maybe that's why I keep thinking it's American, because I'm from the United States. I'm from Minnesota originally, and we pretty much eat the same thing they serve here. I mean, they even have pickles. Let's see. You can look up here. I am Flemish speaking, says Anne, and then I lost it. It rolled. I'm Flemish speaking, but no French too. Nikki says we found Afrikaans and Flemish to be similar. Annette was asking, lox and bagels are divine. Yeah, we don't have bagels here, but they have been slowly being introduced. But lox, L-A-K-S, or salmon on a white bread is, or toast is really good. But yeah, that's exactly what it is, thinly sliced salmon. They also have smoked salmon as well, and some that are even been hanging around with the dill a little while. Let's see. No mustard. Do we have mustard here? Other than hot dogs, Karl? I'll turn it up so we can see you there.
Sennep?
Sennep, yeah.
Of course.
Oh my God, the background has completely disappeared. I think we're screwed. Where is the background? Though you can't see the mountains over there now. Okay, then maybe we show the other side here real quick before it disappears. Oh, way in the distance there, you can see windmills. I don't know if it'll pick it up. Let's see. There they are. Those on the left, on top there, are windmills. Obviously not like the Dutch kind. They're just the big long ones with the propeller. That one is an ongoing debate as to whether they like those or not. People say they kill birds and ruin the nature, but the amount of electricity it provides in a very quickly consuming electricity environment.
Well,
then the rain
the
is
ones
back.
out there are producing basically no electricity whatsoever.
I'm not eating reindeer stew. I'm ready for struggling to get off the naughty list. Oh, no, 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 no. You've got to have reindeer stew. It's so good. It's like venison. You eat venison. Venison is deer. These ones just have antlers and haul around Santa. And we filled the entire village with their fur.
The windmills
see
out
the
there,
tooth is
like
missing
every
now.
time the wind is strong, which is basically every day, they
Yeah.
turn them off because the wind will break them if they rotate in too high wind.
Oh, okay.
So they're producing close to zero electricity.
Just a little bit of sky over there. If it stopped raining, we could have tried to feed the seagulls and get out of the way, because the seagulls here are not normal seagulls. Well, you have normal seagulls, but what else do you have? That really big one.
Svartbak.
Which means what? Black back?
Black ass.
Black ass. But anyway, that seagull looks like 4 times bigger than the seagulls we have in Duluth. It's huge. I think about 3 years ago I used one as a thumbnail, so you can fly back and see if you see it. There's one just opening his wings, and he's standing on that bench, on this railing here, so you can kind of get an idea how big is his wingspan is way bigger than that table. It's probably from there to about there is his wingspan. It's flipping huge. But right now they've probably duck and covered for a bit. There were some more questions. Oh, but your desserts here. What do you do for desserts? I see pistachios becoming a thing.
It's pretty international. There isn't.
Carrot cake. Well, obviously the marzipan. Anything marzipan is basically crushed
Except
almond.
for possibly riskrem. There is nothing that is very typical Norwegian when it comes to dessert.
Yeah, because okay, so when you're having Christmas, you have ris, which is grøtris, which is what the hell is grøtris? It's a rice, but it's almost barley in shape, but see-through. Anyway, it's not. You can make tapioca maybe with it. I don't know, but anyway, you make the rice with it, and you mix it up with cream, and you hide an almond in it, and then you eat it, and the person who gets the almond wins a prize, which is usually a marzipan pig. But in the evening, or in the evening you eat it when it's hot, with butter and cinnamon on it, and then whatever's left over of it gets added with cream in the morning and becomes that other kind, the one you have with the dessert with the red currant sauce on it, I think. Rips sauce. My friend made rice with cinnamon and milk. Yeah, that might be the one. It's a specific kind of rice. It's not jasmine, not basmati, for example. It's like, it's not quite grit shaped. I mean, it's not like grit shaped, but a little bit like a long grit kind of thing. But it's not a grit. Santa's legal system is brutal, laugh out loud. American and attorney's name for your book title. Oh, I've got to go back. I'm reading in reverse. We've made New Zealand mussels stuffed with spinach, garlic, cream cheese, and then battered and deep fried. Oh my God. We wouldn't be able to get anything in these mussels. They're like really small. They're like about that tall, that wide. I mean, my thumbnail is huge in comparison. They're really good. It's kind of tastes like chicken. Do we deep fry our seafood? We don't deep fry anything here. Air fryers is a new invention. I don't think you guys deep fry anything, really, do you? Not even the shrimp is deep fried originally in Norway. That's an American thing.
Fish sticks.
Fish sticks, yeah. Oh, and then how long have you been doing cod? Like, oh my God, it's raining. Like, look at it.
How long has there lived people here, do you think?
Oh, okay, so that's how long you guys have been doing the fish and chips?
No. How long have we been doing cod, you asked?
How long have you been doing cod, yeah? So way out there, hard to see. Let's see if I can zoom. So straight out ahead of us, Karl, that I'm zoomed in on now, that's a fish farm, is it not?
The thing in the Rondheimstranda, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're pointing right now.
Straight ahead of you, yeah, that's the one. So it's hard to see it, but the fish farms, what are they farming out here?
Salmon.
Salmon. So if you have salmon on your table, there's a... Actually, I think Roger and Nolvia in Huntington Beach, California, they had found some salmon that was from Selje. Your father worked as a fisherman for the longest time too, did he not?
My father?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Never.
Your father has a bit of a funny relationship to to fish. You want to tell?
The reason he refused to eat it is because he ate it every day from April 1940 to May 1945.
Yeah. How come you're not touching your beer, Karl? He doesn't have enough roof to make it. So far the rain is somewhat keeping off of it though. It's a really nice amber color though. By the way, I can start to see the mountains back there again are starting to show up, so that's a sign. Nikki says, oh my cod. PJ's here, says I made something based on it. And resupply, I gotta go back up. We used to do rice and milk and nutmeg grated on the top to bake it into the skin. Oh, that would be good. Nutmeg would be really good on that. I have to figure out what to do with nutmeg. I only know how to use it in cookies. Amaro says, I made something based on it. I swapped out the minced beef for sausage meat with mozzarella. It was very nice. What is your relationship with cheese here? Because Norwegian cheese is brown or white or... What kind of cheese is typical Norwegian cheese?
Jarlsberg.
Jarlsberg. Yeah, and then you got Norvegia, of course. But you have Nurkeloos, which has, it's the white cheese, but it has, or yellow cheese if you want to call it that. But it has caraway seeds in it. That one's called Nurkeloost. Audra makes a homemade cheese, but she's from Lithuania, so that might be a Lithuanian recipe. But she lives in Norway. Let's see. I'm going a little too quickly here for you. I'm zoomed in, I see still. Now you can't see the windmills anymore because of the rain. Let's see if I put this down. Maybe first I zoom back out again. I could put this down here for a minute. Oop, up. There we go. You can see if the mountains come into view, and I'll read up on chat on the computer a little bit here, which is behind the camera. Let's see. I think she used regular rice. Okay, maybe you can use regular rice. It's a box that's called grøtris, and grøt is spelled G-R, O with a line through it, T. Dessert rice is Amaro. Did you ever try zucchini with lasagna, asks Annette. We were talking about that last week, actually, that how different ways that they would try to use the zucchini, because the zucchini is like always the massively overproduced plant in the garden. And everyone tries to get rid of it. Albert is done with work, but he's been in the store for dinner. Let's see. I like the oh my god, I still can't get past that. Oh my god. I can't hang around for long, says PJ, as we haven't had rain for weeks and none is forecast. I have spent my evenings watering the vegetables. We could send some of this to you. I mean, England is just over there. You never know. Let's see. I'll show the York stitch a bit more here, too. Give you a little bit of a view instead of my fingers. Send rain to PJ. To be fair, my friend was living in New Zealand and was making do with what she could get here, said Nikki. Okay. Best thing on chips is ketchup, and please do send the rain to me.
We are at the 1 hour mark.
Yeah, we're at the 1 hour mark, and I have to make, I'm going to do a very American dinner. I'm going to make grilled cheese sandwiches. Wait a minute. I even found cheddar cheese. Carl?
Yes.
Now that the rain let up just a hair so you could reach your beer.
What do you want, woman?
Yeah. Okay, so next week when we see you looking at as a Viking, do you want to see if you can collect some Viking questions by then? So yeah. we like to test Karl on his Viking knowledge. So this week I knew there wasn't going to be much Viking out here, so I put the question mark next to Viking and Viking Nalbinding. But next week we need to do some Viking. So and Robert is in Gudvangen right now, and he is going to be here until August or September 3rd or 2nd. So he'll be able to come and join us too, which will be fun. Grilled cheese sounds amazing. I haven't eaten any breakfast. Oh, Nikki, there you go. We're going to have grilled cheese sandwiches. I even found cheddar cheese here, but it's expensive as hell, so we're doing a little bit of cheddar and a little bit of white cheese. Norvegia. Okay, so this is how my sample turned out. This is the absolute worst yarn to show this with, but I am intrigued because this is York and it doesn't look anything like York. But it's not twisting as much anymore. The inside, by the way, is thick. Look at the rows on the inside. It almost looks like you could do that kind of for fun. Do like a bit in this, and then when you switch over to another color, you would have like this really defined row difference. But this is the inside, or the technical wrong side, and this is the right side. So I think we need to try this again next week with some thicker yarn, just to see better what this would be, because not only is it hard to see with thinner yarn, but it's also hard to see what the stitches are doing when you have two different tones in your yarn. But I'm going to rescue this and put it back into the hat. That's one of the projects I'm doing here. Didn't do anything since last week on it, but I do have this one because naturally I can't finish a project before starting another one. This is a happy hat, but this is Oslo. No, is this Oslo? Shouldn't walk away from a project. Yeah, this is Oslo. For a minute there I thought it was Dalarna, but no, it's Oslo. This is that Nepal yarn. It's so pretty. But he's a very happy hat. So that was what this yarn looks like. This one would have been a good one to try with. However, this is pretty close to what I would imagine it would be to Nalbind with paper. If I tried to undo the stitches, it would come apart quite easily. It's a bit of a loose spin to it. this yarn. But yeah, you can see on the end there how it isn't quite as fuzzy as wool. I think there's a little bit of, I don't know what kind of, it's a different kind of wool or something, but it's the way that it's spun has these little, oh, that's right. It's got little pieces of silk in it. It's got little raw silk in it. That's why it doesn't felt so easily. Okay. Let's see, I will catch up on chat and let you stare at the happiness for a little bit. And then the not so impressive project of today. Robert says, second just getting unpacked with the live stream. Yeah, he literally was arriving just about when we were going live. So when we will see him in about 2 days, because tomorrow is a travel day. We leave at 5 in the morning, and by literally using everything but a plane. We'll be taking ferry boats, we'll be taking trains, buses, and cars to get home. So we leave at 5 in the morning, take a 6-hour boat ride to Bergen, and then we backtrack with a train to Voss, and then we take a bus from Voss to Gudvangen. Or we're supposed to, but actually, we can't take a bus because the buses don't like cats, and we're bringing the cat on the cover with us home this time. But Runa will pick us up and so we'll take a car the rest of the way. So that should be fun, and then we get to see what it's like to have 3 cats. That was not part of the intention, but 2 10-year-old cats and a 6.5-year-old cat is going to come and join. But they've met each other before. It'll be interesting to see because Karla's just a bitty little thing and my other 2 are old grandpas. Let's see. Got the live stream playing in the background. Yeah, no, we can see you. We can hear you. Hopefully he found some archery that he can do tomorrow as well if he would like. Yeah. Yeah, she's a cute little kitty. She's just a tiny thing, though. I wanted to show her, but she's tucked away out of the rain. So getting her last night of freedom before we have to keep her indoors for a couple of weeks so that she can get used to the new environment and call it home. But okay, so there's my hands. She's about that big and about that tall and super skinny, but she's not skinny per se. She's just a skinny variety of cat. The sun has started to come out over in England. No, that's not England, but pretty much the last stop before. But yeah, as Karl points out, we're at 1 hour now, so he's gone in because we're visiting the last day. His sister and his nephews are here as well. And then we leave first thing in the morning. And I'm going to go make him grilled cheese, so he might be hungry. Anyway. But yeah, I'll have to look up more into the food thing, but whatever we eat in Minnesota is pretty much what they eat here, except for the seafood is ocean. But I'm glad you got to see the view in Selje. It'll be a little while before we're back here again. So next week we're in Gudvangen. This is what I look like in case we forgot. Next week we're in Gudvangen, probably in the village depending on the weather. If it's raining outside, we'll have to go indoors though because the equipment doesn't like being out in the rain. And we'll have Robert here. So we'll have to throw him in front of the camera because I will whore him for my YouTube. It'll be fine. Anyway, so thanks for joining us. And yeah, next week will be Saturday at 6:30 unless something unexpected comes up like having to leave a day later than intended. So anyway, we will see you next week. Bye-bye.